Of the Beach Boys. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Brian Wilson, a genius.
Beautiful outside this morning.
Yes, that too. Okay, it is a Tuesday, by the way, the 20th day of June, 2023, the last day of spring.
Well, I was just getting, used to it, and now we're going to summertime.
Yep, first day of summer will be tomorrow, which will be the longest day of the year. Mm-hmm. Typically, the way it works, any Monday is the longest day of the year.
Who's in charge of measuring these things?
The moon, the sun. It has to do with the length of the day, just how much daylight there is.
Well, yeah, but the moon and the sun, they don't have any personality. I mean...
Well, the man in the moon...
Man in the moon, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I could handle that.
Yeah, and the El Centro chamber symbol of Mr. Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of personality there.
Yeah, there is.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of people that have come and gone that were associated with the sun, the chamber sun.
Yes, and the earliest versions looked suspiciously like Bill Duflock, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Well, the early versions of Dippy Duck look suspiciously like Gabe Lemos, but hey, that's another story, right?
Yeah, we could go further, but why?
Yes.
Why?
Okay. Anyway, so we will celebrate the demise of spring.
Okay.
And the start of summer tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yes. Also, the NBA draft is coming up this week in New York. It'll take place on Thursday. The player chosen as the first-round draft pick gets a great multi-billion-dollar contract, and the rest of the players have to settle for dating one of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They're all standing in line.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember taking music lessons when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, a report claims that the more a child practices an instrument, the better they are at paying attention, managing anxiety, and controlling their emotions. And if that doesn't work, hey, always got Netflix, right?
No, that's right.
Yes. Okay.
That's a good example there for people. Think about that.
I suppose. Okay, we've got birthdays to celebrate today.
We got real birthdays, and then we got the big shots.
Okay, we're going to jump in with the big shot birthdays. Actor Bonnie Bartlett is 94. Actor James Tolkien in the Back to the Future films, 92. We mentioned Brian Wilson, 81. Actor John McCook is 79. Singer Anne Murray, 78. Bob Vila is 77. Actor Candy Clark, she was in American Graffiti, among other things, 76. Lionel Richie, 74. Actor John Goodman, 71. Michael Anthony of Van Halen, 69. John Taylor of Duran Duran, 63. Actor Nicole Kidman, 56. Actor Peter Page, 54. Actor Josh Lucas, 52. Actor Tika Sumpter is 43. Actor Mark Saul, 38. Actor Dreama Walker is 37. Actor Chris Mintz-Plasse is 34. Actor Maria Lark is 26. Local birthdays, they're coming up.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Fred Bryant, Alberto Santana, Yolanda Pramantini, Monse Antunes, Raymond Galvez, Sanya Din, Jaden Peralta, Lupe Lucio Nunez, Martha Miramontes, Angel Baeza, Bruni Sepulveda, Eva Hernandez, Sonia Lara, and one of my favorite people, Carmen Wolf. Happy birthday from Kxo. Okay, and many, many happy returns of the birthdays. Let's see. Okay, we got some leftover dad jokes.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
What did the ocean say to the beach?
I don't know.
What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved.
Yeah. You know, they're getting a little better. Yeah.
Hey, they're dad jokes, okay?
Yeah. We
Nobody
got to
said
make
they're
that. We didn't
supposed to be
say
good.
bad jokes.
Yes.
We said dad jokes.
Okay. Well, let's see. Did you grill something for you? You're not much into grilling, are you?
Yeah, outside. I just don't like the temperature this time of year. Yeah, I like to cook outside.
Okay.
But it gets all... It compounds our problem with the heat, I guess. Does that sound official?
Standing over a super hot flame when it's already 110 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to run out real quick and then run back in the house. And then somebody locks you out. And so all the meat on the grill burns, and so do you. So
okay. Well... yeah, some days that's what happens.
Some days.
Okay.
Some days.
Well, we've got news if you're ready.
We do.
We're going to jump in with a look at World in California news headlines right now. All brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News special report. There will likely be no jail time for the president's son, Hunter Biden, after he was charged with minor tax crimes and illegal gun possession. Correspondent Catherine Herridge.
A handful of pages have been filed with the court in Delaware confirming that Hunter Biden's legal team, as well as the U.S. Attorney David Weiss, a Trump appointee, have reached a plea agreement in this long-running case.
CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
The president's waking up in San Francisco this morning where he has a series of fundraisers and official events later today. We'll see if he has anything to say for himself.
Legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
President Biden has made a concerted effort to state over and over again the Department of Justice needs to operate independently of me, and to ensure that the attorney who oversaw this was not one of his specific political appointees.
Hunter Biden's lawyer says the 53-year-old takes responsibility for his mistakes made during a period of turmoil and addiction. CBS News special report, Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Headline news: President Biden in Palo Alto Monday announcing more than $500 million worth of investments in coastal communities fighting climate change, saying wetlands are critical buffers between rising tides and at-risk communities.
Protecting homes, property, and infrastructure against flooding. They also absorb carbon dioxide from the air, and we're right next to Route 101, and where cars and trucks emit a lot of carbon pollution.
Biden also attending a pair of fundraisers. More of that today, as well as a meeting on AI in San Francisco. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis with events today in San Diego, Orange County, and L.A. He popped up in Sacramento, Fresno County, and Silicon Valley yesterday. In Diamond Bar, a suspect is shot and wounded by deputies after allegedly stabbing his mother and threatening others with an assault rifle.
He seemed like a normal kid. I mean, I've seen him outside driving, they watch the cars.
Jeanette Canson, the suspect and the woman believed to be his mother, taken to local hospitals. No deputies were injured. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and custom sheet metal.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at Uma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
And it's page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the Valley, at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news this morning. The 4th of July, if you're counting, it's less than a month away. This year, there will only be one community hosting a fireworks display. It'll be Calipatria. The Calipatria Foundation will present the 2nd of July. It will be the only show. It is co-sponsored by the Calipatria Lions Club. It'll feature food, music, and a fireworks spectacular. The event will be held July 2nd at Hatfield Memorial Airport in Calipat. The event will begin at 4 p.m. and it will end when it's over. That makes good sense. The entire valley is invited to attend and enjoy the event. Well, the Imperial Irrigation District Board meets this afternoon. Here's more on that story.
It is the regular bi-weekly meeting. The meeting will be held in Condon Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. It begins at 1 p.m. A meeting will begin with the presentation of grants for water safety activities. The directors will be asked to adopt a resolution dedicating the E-Lateral Delivery 24 Reservoir as the Lloyd Allen Water Conservation Operational Reservoir. They will be asked to adopt recommended positions on state legislation. They are expected to approve the revised Equitable Distribution Plan, and they will be asked to approve a revised Coachella Valley Energy Commission bylaws. The board will also receive information on the Public Affairs Department organization and the proposed budget for the new department. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Coming up to KXO News Time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
In other local news, the Imperial Valley Board meets this Wednesday. That's the IVC Board of Trustees. The meeting will be held in the board room at Imperial Valley College. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. with open session and public comments for closed session items only. The board will then go into closed session, 6:15 p.m. At approximately Then the board will return to open session and the regular meeting. The meeting can be attended via teleconference and Zoom. For the numbers needed, email Adriana Sano at adriana.sano@imperial.edu. And finally, unemployment. Imperial County unemployment numbers are in for May. Here's more on that story.
The report was released late last week. unemployment report is provided by the Labor Market Division of the Employment Development Department. According to the report, May unemployment was recorded at 16%. That is up from the revised 14.2% released in April and above the year-ago estimate of 12.3%. This compares with an unadjusted rate of 4.5% for California and 3.4% for the nation during the same period. Report indicates there were 11,300 eligible workers unemployed in May out of a labor force in Imperial County of 70,800. Imperial County had the highest unemployment rate in the state of California during that period. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Something new is happening in California's public schools.
They're called community schools. One of the foundations of community schools is shared decision making,
where parents and families, students and educators make decisions as one.
Community schools lift the voices of folks that have traditionally been underserved.
Many of our classes are designed around our own students' cultures, their background, their personal experiences.
We bring culturally relevant curriculum to the classroom based on what their specific needs are.
Improving student achievement and innovative classes like cybersecurity and gardening.
And we assist families with their needs.
Some schools have parent education programs, cooking and nutrition classes.
Everything from medical or dental services to immigration law services.
This is a one-stop shop that serves the needs of not just the students, but their families as well.
They're California's community schools, reimagining public education. Paid for by the California Teachers Association.
And it's Page 2 of the Local News with weather, all served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state.
Continuing with Page 2 of the Local News, UPS employees get the go-ahead to strike. Here's more on that story.
The union has given the employees authorization to a strike. The Teamsters Union represents UPS workers. The union has voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike if no agreement is reached on a labor contract before the current contract expires on July 31st. That raises the possibility of massive nationwide disruptions in UPS deliveries. Negotiations between the Teamsters and the UPS began on April 17th. Current contract between UPS and the Teamsters Union representing the rank and file workers will expire at midnight, July 31st. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
State Senator Ruiz recently introduced the Children's Act for Responsible Employment and Farm Safety Care, the Act of 2023. The Act aims to raise national labor law standards for farm worker children, as well as other children working in other occupations. Right now, children can begin working in the ag fields as young as 12 years of age, with virtually no restrictions on the number of hours they spend working out in the fields outside school. Ruiz said farm labor is incredibly dangerous work with one of the highest occupational injury rates in the nation. He said, in fact, every 3 workplace in the workplace, the minimum penalty for violations increases the maximum criminal penalties for children labor violations and provides protection against pesticide exposure. Groundbreaking for a new apartment complex. George Gale has more.
The ceremony was held late last week. This is the 4th affordable housing complex being developed by Chelsea Investment Corporation in El Centro. The new complex is being called the Jacaranda Gardens. It is being built on North Waterman Avenue across from the new El Centro Fire Station and First Responders Park. Groundbreaking ceremony for the new 96-unit, $36.64 million development was attended by state state and El Centro dignitaries, along with representatives from Chelsea Development. The apartments will be 100% electric and will house low-income families earning 30 to 60% of the area median income. Construction is expected to be complete in about 16 months. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Desert Quilters of Imperial Valley's June meeting is today from 6:30 till 8 p.m. It'll be at the Brawley Senior Center, 575 J Street in Brawley. Membership is open to anyone with an interest in sewing and quilting. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says generally quiet and dry weather conditions with near to a few degrees below normal temperatures expected to prevail through this week. Breezy to windy conditions expected to ramp up again during the latter portions of this week. Warming conditions to above normal expected going through the weekend. 98 our high yesterday, 73 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 38 miles an hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 100. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight clear with a low around 71. West-northwest wind 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 101. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. 82 degrees, 15% relative humidity, wind out of the west 15 to 20 miles an hour. Local news, page 2 in the weather, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. You'll find them just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. Available with a ProPower onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Come in now for a huge selection of vehicles like the 2022 Ford F-150 for 0% limited term financing. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford Credit limited term financing. Down payment may vary depending on credit. Not available on Ford F-150 Lightning, F-150 Tremor, and F-150 Raptor models. Place a new retail order or take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer's stock by 7/5/23. See dealer for residency restrictions, qualifications, and details.
All offers valid at your Imperial County Ford dealer. And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Padres bullpen fell apart and, blew a 4-1 lead. Giants beat the Padres in 10 innings, 7-4. Cardinals topped the Nationals 8-6. Tigers topped the Royals 6-4. Marlins shut out the Blue Jays 11-0. Cubs blanked the Pirates 8-0. Reds slipped by the Rockies 5-4. Red Sox topped the Twins 9-3. Diamondbacks dumped the Brewers 9-1. Mets beat up on the Astros 11-1. And the Rangers rolled over the White Sox 5-2.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And a few minutes after he made the defensive play of the game, Bennett Lee delivered the hit that put Wake Forest on the inside track in the Men's College World Series. The Demon Deacons came from behind to win a second straight one-run game, beating LSU 3-2 last night at Charles Schwab Field. I was there just about a month ago. And Joey Votto put on the Viking helmet and cape. Yeah, Votto returned after about a 9-month absence, had a home run and three RBIs as the Reds won their 9th straight. And Martina Navratilova says she is clear of cancer. The Tennis Hall of Famer announced the news yesterday on Twitter that after she said was a full day of tests, that she's clear. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information. Let Freedom Ring. KXO AM 1230 presents Let Freedom Ring.
Happy Independence Day.
As we celebrate Independence Day.
Happy birthday, America.
With 6 hours of music, stories, history, and special features. Let Freedom Ring on AM 1230, Sunday, July 2nd from noon till 6 p.m. with an encore performance on Tuesday, July 4th from 4 till 10 p.m. Let Freedom Ring is made possible by these fine sponsors.
H&R Block, Imperial Valley Drug-Free Coalition, the Kiwanis Club of El Centro, K Sushi Bar and Grill, and Volcano Restaurant.
It's America's birthday. Celebrate with us and let freedom ring. And financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. A Spotify executive calls Harry and Meghan grifters after their podcast deal ends. According to Bill Simmons of Spotify, Harry and Meg just didn't deliver. Speaking of delivering, Airbus has just landed the biggest ever aircraft order in the history of commercial aviation. The French aerospace giant announced yesterday that Indian airline Indigo had placed an order for 500 of its A320 planes to be delivered between 2030 and 2035. The deal sets the record for the biggest single purchase agreement in the history of commercial aviation, Airbus said in a statement, and brings the total number of Airbus planes Indigo has ordered to 1,330. Indigo is India's top airline by market share, according to its website. It flew 86 million customers in the last financial year. And taking a look at the big board, well, red. The Dow down 324 points at 33,975. The S&P 500 off 35 at 4,375. The Nasdaq down 102 points at 13,588. Gold dropped 27.70 an ounce. Oil off $2 a barrel. And student loan payments are coming back. Better start making plans. You're going to have to pay.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 100. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight, clear with an overnight low around 71. West-northwest wind 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 101. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour at times. Right now, we have 83 degrees downtown El Centro, about 15% relative humidity. Wind coming out of the west at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Your border wait, by the way, it's an hour and 30 minutes downtown, 10 minutes entry, 30 minutes pedestrian. At the Eastport, it's a 40-minute wait. No waiting at the Century Lane, 40 minutes at the Ready Lane, and about a 20-minute wait at Andrade. That's it for this look at financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Don't forget our morning news from 7:30 till 8. It's available on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe. It's free. Hey, let the family and friends out of the valley know about that.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
Brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Biden's son, Hunter, has agreed to plead guilty on 2 counts of failure to pay federal income taxes, and he's admitted to illegally owning a gun. He reached the deal with the U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware. CBS News correspondent Stephen Portnoy has the latest.
The plea agreement struck between Hunter Biden and federal prosecutors still has to be approved by a federal judge. But if it is approved and Biden complies with the terms of his probation, the president's son would avoid jail time and the Justice Department would close out its Hunter Biden case. For years, Republicans have alleged the president's son enriched himself by peddling influence and may have illegally lobbied for foreign governments. But in this plea deal, prosecutors have agreed not to pursue any other charges.
The White House released a statement saying the president and first lady love and support their son as he continues to rebuild his life, and they will have no further comment. The frantic search continues for a small submersible that's missing near the wreck of the Titanic. With a limited amount of air left, 5 people are on board. The Titanic wreckage is 2 miles below the surface of the North Atlantic, and scientist Jamie Pringle says that will make recovery very difficult.
People are found inside the capsized fishing vessel because they're in an air pocket for 3 days. I mean, that's great news, but, less likely, and especially with this particular challenging search site, that I guess the chances are less.
The U.S. and Canada have deployed ships and planes to the area. Deadly tornadoes in Mississippi and extreme heat in Texas, where it's feeling like the triple digits.
I've been living in Austin for like 20 years now or something. It feels so much hotter than usual. Even in the shade, even with a fan, even with water, it feels kind of like a little icky.
And now a tropical storm, the second named storm of the season. Odyssey, New York meteorologist Craig Allen.
This has the potential of being a rather strong early season hurricane. There's actually a second system right behind Brett that we are monitoring as well, which could become a tropical system.
It's too early to say where Brett will head, but people in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands have been told to keep an eye out. For years it was recommended, but now correspondent Naomi Ruckham reports a daily aspirin may not be good for all seniors.
New research in Australia finds low-dose aspirin is associated with a 20% increased risk of anemia in older adults. Doctors recommend that seniors taking aspirin monitor their blood iron levels. Millions of people take low-dose aspirin daily to prevent heart issues.
The TSA screened more than 2.7 million passengers Friday, the highest number since the pandemic. The Dow is lower. This is CBS News.
Need hires who dazzle without the hassle? You need Indeed. Their powerful platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
A funny man is getting a new gig after a successful network run. CBS News correspondent Deborah Rodriguez reports.
Dude, of course I can go on without you. I'm in multiple tentpole movie franchises thanks to this show.
It's been about 8 months since Trevor Noah signed off from The Daily Show. Today, Spotify announced the comedian is launching a new weekly podcast that'll be available on several platforms later this year. Noah tells Variety he's looking forward to meaningful conversations with some of the world's most fascinating people in a longer format. Last week, Spotify announced it was scrapping its podcast featuring Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Dr. Dre has added another award to his collection, the first hip-hop icon award from the American Society for Composers, Authors, and Publishers. The group says he made an indelible impact on the culture of hip-hop. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230